When does a shot like this not introduce the villain? Oh! Whoa. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. We got the Pabst Blue Ribbon, the PBR, up against the Hein. We're gonna try them both. We're gonna see, which one's better, which one you should take to your upstairs neighbor. Just crack open a bevy with, okay? Here's to Ben.
Here's to Ben. I found an ear.
You did? A human ear?
Yeah, I thought I should bring it to you.
If that's right, let's take a look at it. Yes, that's a human ear.
This is Jeffrey Beaumont, the main character of David Lynch's Blue Velvet. Soft-spoken and pretty chill overall, over the course of the film, this little suburban guy turns into a fucking freak out of nowhere, endangering his nice little girlfriend and mixing it up with all kinds of terrible people. Except it's not really out of nowhere. David Lynch manages to make this arc believable by setting it up pretty early on in subtle ways, which is exactly how character arcs should be done, in my opinion. Subtly but believably. Turning your good character, especially your protagonist, into someone unlikable and kind of freaky is difficult, and whether it works or not can be down to whether the reveal comes in a series of flashbacks at the end or in smaller moments laid throughout the character's introduction, like what Lynch does here. There are ways to do both strategies well, just like the classic "it was all a dream" reveal, but I think myself and most people would prefer the latter, on the surface because it just seems because it feels less lazy, I guess, and also just because I don't like it when the movie holds my hand. Rather, Lynch here lets me do the flashing back.
Oh my god! Joshua was racist. That came out of nowhere.
Did it?
Jeffrey finds a severed ear in the middle of the field. I get it. Could happen to anybody. Even picking the thing up. Yeah, I get that too. It'll be a cool and kind of gross story to tell your boys. He even brings it into the police afterwards, so good on him for that, I guess. But why the fuck is he so mischievous afterwards? We see a shot of the police slowly scouring the field for any other body parts that might be there. This slowly fades to darkness, and me personally, I might expect some context after this. Maybe the victim of the laceration or the perpetrator holding a bloody knife. A door opens in the darkness, and a low angle shows us a silhouetted figure at the top of the staircase. We must be looking at some kind of homicidal maniac who likes to cut people's ears off. Because seriously, when does a shot like this not inspire some sort of fear or discomfort? The music all but confirms these assumptions. We see Jeffrey's family innocently watching some TV. Oh my god. Is the ear collector looking to collect his lost trinket? Except it's Jeffrey, normal guy climbing the stairs in a normal way. He is a fairly normal guy, even a nice guy, giving ears to the police and all that. I mean, he could stand to walk around a little less creepily, but hey, who can fault the guy, He's got clear intentions and...
Do you want the car?
No, I'm just gonna walk around.
Hey Jeffrey, what the fuck? What kind of person just says they're gonna go walk around? Want to be a little more specific, Jeffrey? The last time we saw you walking around, I thought you were gonna stab me in the ear, so forgive me if I'm a little suspicious. Lynch's use of low-key lighting here throws Jeffrey's face into shadow. As he leaves the house, the camera pans to the program that Jeffrey's family is watching on TV. This might be odd because you wouldn't consider what his mom and his aunt are watching on TV to be that important to the story. But we see on the TV an ominous figure is climbing the stairs, and then Jeffrey continues that movement. The music on the TV signals the sinister character in the program that they're watching, and so it seems diegetic at first, coming from the TV in the movie, purely because that's what the TV must be playing. But the music continues as we see Jeffrey embark on his little walk. pay attention to the way Lynch blocks this shot. Where the hell does Jeffrey even come from? He literally just like emerges from the bush. By now it should be pretty clear that everything Lynch is including in this scene is very intentional. Even this seemingly random bystander. What does this guy mean for Jeffrey? Well, it means that he is not a bystander. Someone is bystanding him on his little walk. Like literally, this guy does not move, he just stands there. Jeffrey is not passive because that position is occupied. Lynch makes this clear as the film goes on, but here it proves that it's not just totally unprompted. It's not just a 360, or no, that would be a 180. He was already a little creepy, so what he ends up doing later is not totally shocking.
Do you sneak in girls' apartment to see them get undressed?
Never before this.
Well, it is shocking, but not because it's difficult to believe. We fade from Jeffrey on his walk to this disturbing, weird inner shot of the ear. It zooms into the dark canal, and the meaning is pretty clear. Jeffrey cannot stop thinking about it. He wants to learn more, to go inside the ear. Okay, pause for a minute. I want to make it clear that Jeffrey is not the quote-unquote villain of Blue Velvet. That role has a pretty obvious filler, if you ask me. So why does David Lynch want to make us afraid of Jeffrey anyway? Well, it's an ongoing motif in the film, hidden darkness right underneath the idyllic surface. It's not so much that Lynch wants to make us hate the main character, he just wants to expose that things are not always quite as idyllic as they seem. And from the disturbing heart attack that Jeffrey's dad suffers at the beginning of the movie, next to, the white picket fences and the flowering rose garden, Lynch is making that abundantly clear, even pointing the finger at us through Jeffrey, the protagonist, and thus the audience surrogate. Even though Jeffrey's not your average bystander, he does spend a lot of time just watching stuff happen. Just like us, the audience, watching the film. The more we get to know Jeffrey, even ignoring the psychosexual shit he gets embroiled in, he starts to look like a bit of a freak. And then it's like, oh, yeah, okay, I get it. The guy who dates high schoolers, picks up ears, and does the chicken walk might get up to some psychosexual shit if given the chance.
All my old friends are gone. You know the chicken walk?
What's that?
Checks out. Lynch plays a bit with the mystery genre here. Traditionally, Jeffrey might piece together clues hoping to uncover some vast conspiracy like a traditional hero might. Except he doesn't really do that. He kind of just stalks around at night, accidentally on purpose, uncovering this dark underbelly right underneath the surface of suburbia. Lynch makes this a lot clearer later on, with paralleling characters like the innocent Sandy and the vile Frank on either side of Jeffrey, caught right in the middle just like us, just watching things unfold. Not quite satisfied with comfort, unconsciously looking for increasingly disturbing thrills. Desires that were maybe within Jeffrey all along. While Jeffrey is certainly trying to help Dorothy out, it also seems like he's not entirely satisfied with the simple life, a desire that manifests in the simplest actions, like amateur sleuthing or just climbing the stairs. When Jeffrey does climb those stairs leading to Dorothy's apartment, he's actively choosing to leave the innocent life behind, and he's choosing to become an observer of the macabre. Maybe he's not completely intentional about it. After all, he can't know for sure how dark things will get for him. And at the end of the day, he's there to help Dorothy, and he does show his limits a few times in the film. But the fact remains that he climbs those stairs. He involves himself. He partakes in the rituals. But the villainous Frank knows exactly what kind of dark desires Jeffrey unconsciously or consciously harbors.
You're like me.
Frank, too, becomes shocked at all that Jeffrey can do from his place as observer. The white picket fences return at the end of the film, but we really shouldn't feel too comfortable. After all, that's where this business began. Nothing is ever as idyllic as it appears to those who choose to watch carefully.
Then I